everybody. Now that's good or bad for some of you. For those of you that are dealing with, winter, we got another month down. It's okay. We're getting there, all right? Spring's coming. For those of you who live in a climate in the southern hemisphere who December's just about midsummer, well, good for you. Have fun. Enjoy it. But anyways, welcome back to another edition of Comments and Beer. Comments and Beer is the monthly show where I go through YouTube comments from not only YouTube, but also from all my channels, which I do have one Facebook comment for this month. So I collect them from the videos, YouTube comments, Instagram comments, all that. So, like I said, welcome back. We do this every month. So, the title's Comments and Beer. Well, you probably want to meet the beer. Well, today's representative comes to us from Hay Camp Brewing Company in Rapid City, South Dakota. We got ourselves a Centennial Trail IPA, 7% alcohol by volume. So I will say this: I think of all the cans so far, I think I kind of like the Hay Camp can the best. I apologize; it's kind of hard to see with the way the lighting is in here, but I think I like the Hay Camp can the best. If you can't tell, it's kind of a yellowish can, but like I said, it's good to have another good one. We got full-size crowler this time. They actually asked me if I wanted a 4-pack when I went in and bought that tonight. And I said, well, for what I'm doing, the bigger beer works a little bit better, and it's going to be taken care of tonight. So this thing was fresh off the press at 4:10 Mountain Time this afternoon. So and we are at 6:18 in the evening. So it's been 2 hours and 8 minutes since this thing come off the press. So let's go ahead and dig in, which, like I said, produced by Hay Camp Brewing. It is in downtown Rapid City. You can find it located on the corner of 6th Street and Kansas City Street, right downtown. All right, I like it. That's a good one. So if you're in town, you want to check it out, please check it out. And one big rule with the beer on this channel is it's got to be local craft beer. That's my rule. I mean, we're a Sodak motorcycle blog. We're going to move Sodak a little bit. I mean, I tend to skew towards the Rapid City side of the state because I'm way on the one edge of the state. For those of you who are not familiar with South Dakota, I'm way on the western edge of South Dakota, and Sioux Falls is way on the eastern edge. There's quite a few craft breweries there, but at the moment, it's easier to get it from this side of the state. I don't know, maybe we'll do a little road trip out there next summer or something. We can do a special comments and beer from the hotel room or something. Which, by the way, if you're a craft brewer in South Dakota and you're watching this video and you're like, hey, I want to do a sponsorship with that guy, somebody you want to do a sponsorship with that guy, hey, go ahead and reach out. I definitely would be interested. That's for sure. But anyways, you know what? Let's get to the comments because I'm running out of things to say. So we got the comments pulled up now because I forgot to talk about it on my phone beforehand. We're going to go over the one I had from Facebook. So Terry Z-Man on Facebook comment on, it looks like from my last rally video, Ghost Town. Getting these rides in mid-November is truly a gift in Minnesota. Well, Terry, I'm glad I can provide that gift. And yeah, Minnesota is another one of those places where, there's definitely a distinct no riding season. So it's kind of the way it is up north. So I'm glad I can provide that little bit of help. All right. Ooh. Diva's been busy this month. Okay, so from Am I Cool Now, Surge Rally 2023, Day 5. Excuse me. Bro, you're styling now on that limited edition Dixon. Nice work. Now, with riding season drawing to a close, good time for you to find a Road Glide special with low miles, gently used. Christmas come early. I think Diva is going to stop at nothing until I've got a Road Glide special. I mean, like I said, definitely want one. It'd be nice to have one, but, realities. All right. Another Diva. This is from last month's Comments and Beer. Oh, buddy, good stuff. I wasn't sure if that was a can of beer or a can of Alka-Seltzer you were drinking. but glad you got 2 of them finished off. Hey, it doesn't matter if you ride a wing or a road glide special. You'd be a heck of a guy to ride out and grab some grub. Do tell what that was like, what was going through your mind in terms of options on the Airbud 1500 over to Wisconsin and back. When you hit pause for that massive storm that you tried to wait out, that storm looked like it was packing a punch. It was. That was it it was it and I wish I could have captured more of it. I mean, I really do, but here's the thing: when you're in a situation like that, you're not, that's that's when the video, the vlogging and all that stops. You switch over to, hey, we got to get through this mode. Like this isn't we're gonna to say heck with the camera recording and stuff. And well, it was I knew it was not going to be good. I pulled into Worthington, Minnesota, and I saw, I'd been watching this storm since probably about 1 a.m. I could see it pretty much shortly. It wasn't too long after I got back out of the valley for the Mississippi River up through the bluffs and the lowlands there, got back onto the farmland, and I was just watching the storm the whole way. And so I knew it was close when I hit Worthington, and well, it was. And then a local driver come up and told me the same. So then it's like, you run through your mind. You're like, well, I don't want to stand here and wait too long because I'm still on the clock. I'm still trying to get this done. But at the same time, I got to try to keep myself safe. And honestly, if that was a normal ride, I would have just stayed there at the gas station. But because it was an iron butt ride, I'll tell you this, it probably wasn't the smart. Actually, no, it was not the smart thing to do. That was actually probably a pretty dumb thing to do. I will say this in my defense. I did get a look at it. It looked like it was basically going to be wind and hail. And I figured, well, and actually it wasn't even so. It looked like it was going to be more heavy rain and hail. And it's like, well, if we can get going down the road, get under something as we get closer. That way I'm not sitting here wasting a half an hour. And well, then getting under the bridge about the time it started. And it was, like I said, it was pretty wild for a bit. That part you see in the video that's got me recording with my phone, that was kind of towards the tail end of it. It was a lot worse in the middle of it. But it was one of those deals where it's just, you made it through it and made a pretty good story. Would I do it again? Probably not. I mean, like I said, that's one thing you got to watch out for when you're doing a run like that is sometimes you get thinking, you lose your head a little bit and you start thinking, hey, I got to get this run in. I got to get this run in. You're not thinking, I need to be safe and not do something dumb. And like I said, it probably wasn't the brightest thing I've done in my life for sure. But fortunately, it worked out. So, but yeah, it was it was a pretty wild one, that's for sure. Fortunately, though, there wasn't a tornado with it. The wind was not too terrible bad with it. It was just a lot of rain, a lot of hail. Unfortunately, I was underneath an overpass for that. So, all right. Freddie Ray 1498 from my Ride 'em All Sturgis Rally video. So if you haven't checked it out yet, basically I try to see how many Harley Davidsons I can ride a day at the Harley Demo Tent at Sturgis. So Freddie Ray says, Clutch, please be careful riding a lot of Harleys. You would be getting I'm guessing you meant to put rid of the Goldwing and joining the Harley Revolution. LOL. I ain't gonna lie, it'd be fun to have one, that's for sure. But like I said, that whole one bike household thing. And the other thing is the wife has a lot of control over not only the bike we buy, but the seat we buy. And there's a lot of things that would have to go into that. So it would definitely be a second bike probably. I'd say, let me think. On a Volvo I rode there that day. I mean, obviously the brand new CVO is that bike's pretty awesome. But I'd say my favorite one is probably still the Pan America. That's probably still my favorite Harley. I just because it's different. It's a different thing from Harley Davidson, and it's a different bike from what I usually ride. I would love to have a Pan America, absolutely, for sure. But we don't have one. So, but like I said, you need to go watch that video. For whatever reason, that video didn't do as good as I thought it would. So, like I said, it's kind of got low views compared to the rest. But hey, go check it out. I know it's kind of long, but anyways, Diva, maybe an ultra classic, bro. It's a better fit, more room, similar to Goldwing, and I'd agree with that. That's probably the closest thing they've got to it. It's still kind of a tight fit though. But yeah, it was. Them ultra classics are pretty nice too. So, but I'm losing my train of thought here. But yeah, no, absolutely, no, they're pretty. Like I said, that the biggest thing I learned from that, and I don't know if I mentioned it yet or not, but biggest thing I learned from that is I like the between the two, because you got the Harley versus Indian debate, and I'd say really between the two, I really like the feel, and I like the way the Harleys are built better than the Indians. I don't know, and it's kind of one of those. And maybe that's because I rode like 16 of them in a day, so I kind of got overwhelmed with it. But there's so much selection there, color selection, all of that. And plus you can't deny the pull of the bar and shield and of the motor company. Like it is the quintessential American motorcycle. I mean, that's our baby, So there's definitely that draw to it. But like I said, eventually I would love to get to be like a 2 motorcycle household and then have one. Actually, it'd be really cool to get like an old Sportster rent on that. I think I'd have a lot of fun doing that. But as you can see, I don't have a lot of garage space to work with where I can just leave a bike torn apart for years and years on the end. So we're not going to do that right now. But all right, what do we got coming up next? Okay. We have ourselves another Amsoil waste of money comment. So this Amsoil, this video is by far my most watched video. Like it is still my most watched video every month. I made that video, was it 2020? So 3 years ago, I made that video, and it has been pretty much the top video almost every month, with the exception of a few Sturgis videos. But for the most part, that Amsoil has been just killing it. So let's be honest, you mentioned Amsoil, and it's kind of like it kind of brings up that reaction that like mentioning the Dallas Cowboys would, or the LA Lakers or something. Like it seems like you either absolutely love it or you absolutely hate it, and there's no middle ground. So this is from JT Performance Synthetics. Awesome video. You're right. Don't knock it until you try it. Results speaks for itself. Ferd customer members get best deal and discounts and benefits. I'm a dealer, been Ferd customer prior for years. Great video. So hey, if you want to buy some synthetic oil, there you go. JT Performance Synthetics. Thanks for the comment. All right, so getting up to Ghost Town. Ghost Town was my last Sturgis rally video, and actually it's performing pretty well. But I basically went through the day after rally to kind of show how much the place just kind of dies the day after the rally's over. So happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, Clutch. Much to be thankful for. I'm thankful for your weekly content. A big task that must be. You never miss a beat. Always look forward to your video narration every week. Get plenty to eat. All right. Well, we definitely got plenty to eat. Hopefully everybody's Thanksgiving was a really good one. And yeah, it's one of those things where when I first started this blog, it started as I just wrote a random, I started on Facebook and just wrote a random, article, because I used to work for a newspaper. My degrees in mass communications, even though I have only used it here on the Sodak motorcycle blog. But I just had a story I wanted to tell, and I wrote it out. Well, then it became, why don't I just start posting videos on Facebook? And it's like, well, you're posting videos on something. Why are you not only putting them on Facebook, but put it on YouTube? So that's where the YouTube came from. And, it started off as my goal was to make a video once a month. And then eventually we made it 2 weeks. And then it would have been 3 or 4 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. No, it wasn't 3 years ago. It was 2 years ago. We switched over to where we started doing a video every single week, and it's been a video every single week since. Now, I'll be the first to admit, It's not like I'm not doing South Park style. It's not like I'm grinding, 2 days before making every video. For the most part, most of my videos get made well in advance. In fact, I'll be honest with you, the pretty much every video you see until March here that's not a comments and beer was done way back in September. So it's kind of one of those deals I like to, because my setup is not ideal. I don't have a big computer. I don't trust in hard drives. I had one hard drive where I lost almost all my videos. Fortunately, I hadn't deleted them on my GoPro yet. Pretty much my whole Vegas trip would have been gone. So I pretty much refuse to trust hard drives or external hard drives. Generally, what I do is I'll get a video, and I generally try to get it made into the whole video as soon as possible. And there was a point here this summer when I was going through everything after Rally, and I probably had like 5 or 6 just rough cut videos just hanging out there on YouTube. They were waiting for me to go back in, re-download them, and make some final touches on them to get them all cleaned up, and put little things on it like the logos and the publish, put the video up for its designated, release time and such. So the weekly videos aren't as bad as the grind as you think, although they do suck in the beginning of the year. Like usually, like March and April, especially rough because we're still in that don't have a ton of content yet. It gets a little easier once the summer hits, and then usually by the time Rally's done, we're good because I got oodles and oodles of videos that I can put together. So, but I'm glad you're staying by. I'm glad you're supporting us. I'm glad you're here every week, and I feel like it just feels like a good deal to just do a video once a week. So thanks for your kind words, sir. All right. So from ChatGPT calls this feline fury, it was a Triumph Tiger. So title, I just told ChatGPT to give me like weird or, cool names for a Triumph Tiger. And well, feline fury was the least sucky one. I don't know. So I thought it was kind of funny. Feline fury. But all right. The Z-Man Z28. I traded my 2021 Tiger 900 GT Low version to my 2023 Harley Lowrider ST. I put 32,000 miles on my Tiger. It was an awesome motorcycle with top box and panniers. Had outstanding storage for touring. I did have to upgrade the factory seat on the low version, the normal heated Triumph comfort seat, which I don't blame you for that one. The low seat the whole low seat got was bad after about 40 and 50 miles. Being able to stand out while going 80 miles an hour made this bike very comfortable while touring. I was 100% street, got over 50 miles per gallon in all the rarest circumstances. Excuse me. I love that bike, but I missed the rumble of V-twin, and I don't blame you for that one bit because it's if you like the V-twin rumble, you obviously aren't going to get that with a Triumph, and I was pleasantly surprised with that. I thought that was I was pretty impressed with the Tiger. I thought that was a pretty good little motorcycle, I always got kind of a soft side for Triumph. I don't know. It just, even though they're made in India now, and they're not really, they still are that I guess your hanging quotes British motorcycle. So, but they got some pretty good offerings, and one thing I found out is if you're a Triumph guy, man, you are a Triumph guy. Just they're as tribal with their motorcycles as Harley guys are. No offense towards any of your Harley guys. I say tribal with the what are the words I'm trying to say? I say tribe with love. So, but that's pretty cool little motorcycle you got there, 23 Lowrider ST. That's a pretty nice one. All right, moving along. Oh, hey, another one from Diva. Finish up the comments here. So this is from my demo of the Triumph. Oh, geez, oh my gosh, I have lost Triumph Rocket 3. My God, geez, I can't believe I forgot what that was. So basically the biggest motorcycle you can get. It's not like a Boss Hoss or whatever, but so brother, nice work getting out to throw all those bikes around and give a very unbiased, thorough review versus reviews that their marketing team share. You've ridden so many bikes, you're going to forget how yours rides. Hey, by the way, you and your peeps have any plans to ride down to Sandoval's K River Campground, where's Oklahoma to camp, stay at Treehouse on the river for a few nights, veterans stay free? I think mine's about an iron butt ride for you. So let's break down that comment there. So, I hope I give an unbiased review. I'll be honest with you. My reviews aren't really, they're like, I don't know. They're like more of a random thought review, I guess you could say. Like that's kind of where it's at. It's more of it's a random thoughts, it's random thoughts, kind of my first impressions as I'm writing it. That's kind of, where I'm going on that, when I do my reviews. I mean, I could get all crazy with specs and all that, but no, this is and I miss things and they aren't the best reviews, but like I said, it's just kind of a average dude hops on a bike and here's what his thoughts are when he's riding it for the first time. So that's kind of the approach I take on those reviews is kind of that similar report or approach. So, and I will say this, it's unforgettable how good my Goldwing rides. And here's how I know, this is another topic, but here's how I know that I have the right motorcycle. Whenever I'll ride all these bikes, ride these awesome bikes, right? And then I get back on my Goldwing and it's just like, it's just heaven. It's like sitting down and it's like your old man when he sat down in an old recliner. It was like it was just perfect for him and he loved that thing. And like, it's kind of that, like, there it is. Like it's like you're back home, So, but I love riding different bikes. That's one of the great advantages we have with Sturgis Rally right in our backyard is we get to do this every year. So I try to take advantage of it. I will say this, I would love to get on to one of those, those big runs where they invite like the influencers out for, a few days and ride around stuff. I would love to do something like that. Obviously, we're nowhere near big enough for that, but that's always been something cool I would love to do is like just get one of these bikes for a weekend and just go have fun with it. I would love to do that. All right. So, we need to finish breaking down this comment. So, so K River, I would like to go down there someday. That's something I would like to do someday. It's kind of going to matter on, kind of how trips work out and stuff, but I would like to go down there eventually. I'd like to get that part of the world. Actually, I want to eventually ride in all the lower 48. So, actually I'd love to ride in all 50, but realistically, lower 48, that's a more probably doable, or it'd be 49 because Hawaii would be a little bit more of a challenge. Excuse me. But yeah, it's definitely something to think about. I have plotted an iron. I have looked up mileage for iron butt, and yes, it is right at about like just over 1,000 miles or something. So it would be a good iron butt. So it's definitely in the thought process, that's for sure. But okay, well, I think that's it for comments. I guess it's time for the last segment where I get on my soapbox a little bit. So you can go ahead and leave now if you want to, if you're sick of hearing me rant, because it won't be that bad. But I don't know, this is kind of I always like to kind of wrap things up with a final thought or something I had, good or bad. And I will say this. So I've been noticing, oh, yikes. Just not a big hole in my plug. Cool. Anyways. So one thing I have noticed this was not too long ago. I can't remember what blogger was talking about, but was talking about how there's a bunch of these big name YouTubers are leaving YouTube. The reason why is because they can't compete with ChatGPT. Now, here's the thing. First of all, ChatGPT is it's here to stay and it ain't going anywhere. And I've used it. I haven't used it to like create videos or anything, but I've used it for my Triumph Tiger video. I got a weird title for it. I've used it to write to come up with a description before, like, kind of as a baseline. But then I go in and the biggest thing I've noticed with ChatGPT is it seems like you have to go in there and clean it up mean, you can get your ideas from it, but you kind of still have to go in there and clean it up because it'll write in weird like adjectives sometimes, and it gets a little over the top, I think, for my liking. But I will say this: first of all, I don't plan on going anywhere. First of all, I'm not big enough to really worry about it anyway. I'm not monetized or none of that stuff. But the big reason I'm here is I enjoy making videos. I really do enjoy making videos, involve my motorcycle and telling a story. And, it might not be done very well. It's very much a hobby for me, and it's also, this is kind of this started and it still is, this is almost like my photo album, you could say. It's an online photo album. It's a way to document where I've been and where I'm going, and something maybe I can show. Obviously, I don't have kids, so we're not going to have that because never had kids and never will have kids. But that's something like I could show my niece and my nephew and just show them, hey, this is what your Uncle Richard did when he was young. This is what your Uncle Richard did when he was younger. So that's kind of why I'm here. But I guess in the end, I've heard from so many YouTubers, YouTube isn't where they make their money anyway. They make their money on Patreon and memberships and selling merchandise and that stuff. So does ChatGPT concern me? Yeah. Obviously I do have concerns about it because it's, where do we draw the line? But I think it's one of those deals where, yeah, you're going to have ones that are going to go through and they can just chat GPT everything and not do any work. Okay, that's cool. But in my mind, I think the human element is still provides some advantages. There's still a lot you have, like I said, in my limited experience with ChatGPT, there's a lot of times where I have to go in, I have to change stuff, I have to fix weird sayings it puts in. It's just kind of weird sometimes. So, but I guess in the end, if they want to leave YouTube, that's great. I mean, that's up to them what they want to do. It concerns me that it is, well, money's kind of what controls everything. And well, YouTube's the same way, and YouTube's been that way for a long time. So it just kind of is what it is, but I guess in my mind, what I'm trying to say is you don't have to worry about me. I ain't going anywhere. We're still going to stay here. I haven't got to that point where I don't like making videos yet. So I guess we'll keep making them once a week. I don't know. You might get tired of the same old stuff because I do run out of ideas. That might be legitimately something maybe, I try to use GPT for is maybe give me some ideas. But as long as I'm going to different places, and also trying to do different stuff on the motorcycle too. One thing now I want to do some motorcycle camping videos, like actual motorcycle camping videos now that I got a pretty good tent set up. There's all kinds of things I want to keep doing. Obviously we have when we do our vacations every year, obviously when we do our vacation every year, try to put that content in, although this year we didn't have a lot because we did our vacation in Mexico. So, but I ain't going away anywhere. I'm planning on staying here. Yeah, like I said, YouTube isn't a moneymaker for me anyway. So, and like I said, those ones they're leaving, well, okay, I'm sorry, you can't, I guess. I don't know. I know. I mean, just lay down and we can't control the robots, I guess. But anyways, I think that's all I got for that there. I don't know if that made any sense at all. A lot of it may be extensively edited out, but like I said before, those of you in the places where you can't ride right now, stay strong. The weather's going to break, going to get better. Although there's a decent chunk of the country right now that's not too terrible for weather. Like our area is not doing too terrible for weather right now, but I have other things that we're taking care of this winter that really have nothing to do with the motorcycle vlog. So we're going to keep those close hold for now. But anyways, thanks for stopping by. Once again, you've been tuned into an episode of Comments and Beer with Clutch. It's the monthly show where we go through YouTube comments and we drink local craft beer from the Black Hills area of South Dakota. So I'm very happy you stopped by. Additionally, we come out with new videos, including these ones, every single week. They come out at 7 p.m. Mountain Time here in the United States of America. So if you don't want to remember time, when you subscribe to the Sodak Motorcycle Blog, you can hit that bell notification icon to subscribe, or not to subscribe, but to be notified of future videos and activity that comes up at the Sodak Motorcycle Blog. So anyways, for the Sodak Motorcycle Blog, I'm Clutch, and you have yourselves a very merry, happy, whatever holidays you celebrate. Yep, that's right. I'm going to say happy holidays. Sorry, okay? There's people from all over that watch this. Yes, there's plenty of Christmas ones, but there's probably others that do other ones too. So happy holidays, and we cover them all. We're covering everything from, screw it, happy holidays through February. So I got all the December holidays and New Year's, and you got Martin Luther King Day, and you got Washington's birthday or President's Day, and so we got all the United States holidays done. Those of you in Canada, United Kingdom, have a happy Boxing Day, all them weird days, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. What other one? There's so many other ones out there. So, anyways, wherever you're with your family over these holidays, enjoy it, cherish that time together. You never know when that's going to get taken away from you. So make sure you're cherishing that time with them. Okay. Call a friend of yours if you haven't talked to him for a long time, check in with a buddy, all that stuff. Okay. But anyways, for the Sodak Motorcycle Blog, I'm Clutch. We'll see you later.